had a lady here today, here locally in our town, that was looking for a little bit of help because they're in a bad situation. And while I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about her situation, certainly not going to identify them, they were gracious enough to share some images with me and give me permission to share those images with you, and I've already talked about it in our local Facebook group. Look, you've heard about this probably countless amounts of times, but I just want to remind folks again, and hopefully, if I can save one person tragedy, it's well worth it. What you were looking at there is the what's left of an electric bike. This happened, I believe it was yesterday. They were charging the bike caught fire. Now they don't have a place to live. Now, fortunately, very fortunately, it's not a total loss, meaning the home, but they're going to have to find somewhere else for a little bit until damages are taken care of and I guess smoke remediation. So, you'll get a lot of people out there that will just say, well, just make sure you buy a brand name. No, they were renting and did not have renter's insurance. So you'll get a lot of people out there that just say, oh, that's why you got to buy brand names. That's why you got to buy brand names. Don't rely on that, folks. And I am the last one to try to scare away anybody from electric devices, e-bikes, scooters, what have you. My battery for my e-bike, I actually just took it off the bike today. It's sitting right behind me on the table, but it's not charging. I cannot make this any more clear. Do not charge these devices inside. Don't do it. I will say the same for power banks, especially if you don't have one that is UL listed. There is a reason for that testing and that rating. There's a reason for it. Is that the end-all, be-all of electronics? That means you're, going to be blue skies and birds chirping? No. But I personally feel a lot more comfortable with a UL-listed product versus a non-UL-listed product. That being said, the battery bank right behind me for my bike was one that I built with my own two hands. So I know the care and the quality that went into building that unit. But even then, it doesn't mean that there couldn't be a problem or a malfunction or... No, it'd get charged outside. Do I charge my EcoFlows outside? No. Why? Well, because EcoFlow's been around a little bit. At least for power banks, they're reputable. They suck on anything else. And they're a big enough company that if that EcoFlow burns my place down, guess who's going to be getting a lawsuit? So, unfortunately, when you have non-UL listed and, generic branded devices, you're going to have a hell of a time even getting to the bottom of who actually made it. Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of these, no-name or less-known name products are manufactured in facilities where a bunch of other brands of products that, in many cases, even look the same with just different name tags. And sometimes it's really hard to get to the bottom of what company actually made the product, because we'll take the company, and I say the word company Vivor in quotations here, because that's what they do. They bulk order products from manufacturers, slap their name on it, their label on it, and resell it. That's what they do. My diesel heater is a Vivor. Love it. Great heater. However, Vivor did not manufacture that. And if I was going to try to seek restitution reimbursement from whoever made it, it's going to be a long walk finding that out. And to be honest, you're never going to get nothing. Not out of a little bitty no-name company from China. You're not going to get nothing. You would have better luck suing Amazon or eBay or whatever, and probably not going to have much luck with that either. So be careful of this stuff. That's the other picture I have is just a little closer of it. Be careful, folks. I know that e-bikes, e-scooters, power banks, stuff like that make very popular, Christmas presents and stuff. If it's not UL listed, and I'm talking the power banks, if it's not a reputable brand like, and dare I say, EcoFlow, Anker, even Jackery is reputable at this point. Blue Eddy's reputable name. Those, okay, I wouldn't charge them overnight while you're sleeping. Make sure that you're awake and present while they're charging. And I'm serious. Even if it's the bestest, most expensivest brand that you could buy and came with pink ribbons and bows on, doesn't matter. Do not charge them overnight when you're sleeping. Do not do it. We are fortunate and have a couple of firefighters that live next door to drag our asses out. I'm just kidding, but seriously, we do. Just don't charge this stuff inside. And if it's a power bank, don't do it while you're sleeping. Make sure you're awake. Make sure you're watching it, keeping an eye on it, because I'm telling you, when lithium burns, it is nasty. It is nasty. You don't even have to succumb to the fire. Even if you inhale the fumes from these batteries burning, it can be enough, maybe not to take you out that moment, but unfortunately, we lost a chief of the fire department not that long ago. And what happened to him was he was fighting a fire where there was lithium batteries, and he apparently inhaled some of the smoke. And, of course, it wasn't immediate or anything. It was, I believe, years later. And he is no longer with us. And it's a direct result of what happened from him inhaling the fumes from them lithium batteries burning. So, not a good thing. Be very careful with this stuff.